Hello, America, and everywhere else in the world. Welcome back to another episode of Corey Has a Podcast. I'm your host, Corey Easley, and today I'm here to talk to you about dream jobs. And not for any reason other than the fact that whenever I hear people talk about what they do for a living, I'm like, I wonder if that's what this person was. That was the plan. You know what I mean? Did they? Was this their intention? Did they want to get here? Do they love what they're doing? Do they not realize that there's more time? You know what I mean? Because we always talk about how life is short, and I guess it is, but how much time has passed since time has passed? You know what I'm saying? See, it's me, so I could just say dumb shit like that, and it doesn't really matter, right? One day my dad said to me, he's like, people always talk about life is short, but life is long, too. You know what I mean? Like, you got time to do shit. So, hey, man, just something to think about, If you work at a job you love, that's awesome. Your quality of life must be so good if you work at a job where even on days that you're tired and exhausted and, don't really feel up to it, you can still pull it together and get it done because it doesn't feel like you work. It's just a part of your life. Like, that's pretty cool. I personally love what I do for a living because I get to help I get to help people believe in themselves in a nutshell, right? And I get to smile and be nice and be friendly and be in an environment where people are looking to better themselves. Like, that's pretty sweet. I love that. But if I wasn't doing this, maybe I would do something. I think about this sometimes. If I wasn't doing what I do, what would I do? I would probably like to, if I had a choice, do something where I get to help or save animals. Not necessarily any animals in particular. Some people want to save the whales. I do hate pollution. Pollution drives me insane. Pollution's a big problem in certain parts of the city, and it fucking drives me nuts. Because I get to this place where I'm like, yo, don't you want to fucking live in a place that's clean and nice? Don't you want to live in a place that's well maintained? Don't you want your kids to be able to run around in the street barefoot as an option if they wanted to? But, some people just don't give a shit. And you can't make everybody care. So what are you going to do? But yeah, I would probably do something where you could save animals. Where I would get to like be up close and personal with animals that need help. A buddy of mine just fucking rescued a cat, and not like at a cat rescue place. Like, he found a cat whose like eyes were glazed over and looked like they couldn't see, and it was a little baby kitten, and it was like meow, meow, and it was freaking out and it was terrified, and they brought it to the vet and they're feeding it and they're taking care of it, and they're talking about getting rid of this kitten, and I'm like, no, you gotta keep the little fella, And by the way, I was in a room full of people today, and I said to a couple of people that I think kittens are cuter than puppies. I'm not saying that because it's a hot take. I'm saying it because I genuinely feel that way. I love puppies, and I think they're cute. People, when you say your opinion, and it's an opinion like that, people think that you're saying that you hate the other thing sometimes. And that's not what I'm saying. I think puppies are adorable. I love animals. I love small animals. I love big animals. Elephants are great. They have tusks. That's pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, they rescued a kitten. And it's like, they're so cute. And I would love to be in the business of saving these animals' lives, since it seems like humanity has kind of really fucked it up for the animals as long as we've been around. You should check out the book Sapiens and hear how many species of animals that we that are extinct because of us. It's a real fucking bummer. But anyway, on a lighter note, yeah, that's a cool job. So I was thinking about that. So I looked it up, right? And there's dream jobs that you have when you're a little kid, because you don't even understand what working is. Your parents do it. You have no idea that what they do is the reason that you have clothes on your body and a place to fucking live. So, and food on the table, right? You have no idea how that works. right? So as a child, there's a website called Perkbox. Now I Googled this shit. And it says, the top 5 most popular childhood dream jobs are... Should I go from 5 to 1? Go from 5 to 1. The 5th one is only 5%. Oh, shit. You know what? Let me do top 10. So top 10 is musician. Huh. Interesting. You would think that would be a little higher up on the list because number 9 is lawyer and number 8 is doctor. Now, I feel like when you're a little kid, you hear these job titles and you think, this is what adults talk about. You know what I mean? Like this is, these kind of jobs are respected jobs. Like adults say things like, God, I should have become a doctor or a lawyer. Then I wouldn't have to worry about all this other bullshit because I'd be way more successful. That's a perception, right? So kids hear that and they probably just repeat it. Number 7, dancer, choreographer. Sounds cool, right? Number 6, athlete, Olympian, right? That's pretty sweet. You know, you see these athletes, you see these Olympians and you're like, damn, that looks really awesome. And maybe one day I'll be big and strong and I could do, and fast and capable. That's cool. Okay, now in the top 5. Number 5, police officer / detective. I feel like detective sounds way fucking cooler than police officer, you know? Which is sad because I feel like that job should be cooler than it is. But it's just not, right? Like, when I think police officer, I think of the fat cop from The Simpsons. What the fuck's that guy's name? What is the cop from The Simpsons? What the fuck's his name? Ralph Wiggum. Yep. No. Yeah, Ralph Wiggum. No, that's his son. What the fuck's his name? Yeah, Chief Wiggum. Clancy is his first name. Interesting. Yeah, I think of that guy. And I think I see a lot of cops that just kind of look like a bunch of fat dudes. I feel like there should be, some kind of fitness requirement so the cops look a little bit more badass. Look like they could really take down a perp without having to use a weapon, right? Maybe they should know martial arts. That'd be cool. But yeah, when you're a kid, you just think these are the good guys, right? So, and they're supposed to be, and they're supposed to take care of us. So yeah, I guess I get it, right? Number 4, actor. Why? Because we watch movies, right? You watch these fantastic fucking performances from these amazing, beautiful people that don't look like regular people that you see every day. They don't look like your fucking neighbor who makes you uncomfortable. She's an old lady. She's got facial hair, and you're confused by it because you're a child, and your dad has a beard, but your mom doesn't, and this woman's got a beard, so now you don't know what the fuck's going on, right? That's not how actors look unless they're playing a character. Pilot. Because for some reason, you're not afraid of heights. You know, when you're a little kid, you're fearless. That's the 3rd most popular childhood dream job. A pilot, according to perkbox.com. I wouldn't have said that. That wouldn't have been on my list. Number 2, teacher. Absolutely fucking not. No disrespect to the teachers. How do you react that way and then say that? And the number 1, vet, because these kids are smart. Animals are the shit. Animals are the shit. I love animals. Hell yeah, vet. It's a great job. All right, now, so then you get a little bit older, right? Life smacks you around a little bit, and you start wondering, what's the dream job? First of all, this website called resume.io. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yo, when I was younger, it was .com, .org, .net, or .edu, right? That was all they had. Now it's .io. What the fuck is that? What is a dream job? The definition of a quote-unquote dream job is quite subjective. After all, one person's dream may be another person's nightmare. One person may long to be an MMA fighter while trading blows in a ring may seem to another person like the worst possible job in the world. One person dreams of the freedom of working at home. Another craves interaction with smart, interesting colleagues in a gleaming office building. Yikes. Okay. So top 10 dream job ideas. Ideas. I don't want ideas. I want the real shit. All right. Okay, I'm going to go from 10 to 1. So number 10, teacher. People still want to do it. It's just not number 1 anymore or number 2. It's made it to the bottom of the top 10. Those who can't do, teach. That's what they say. And those who can't teach PE. But jokes aside. Anyway, yeah, motherfuckers want to be teachers. Okay, pilot. Still people want to be a pilot. You fly to places, you get to see the world. You know, Tom Segura has this joke about traveling where he says, I'm pretty sure it's Tom Segura, where he talks about going to a place. He goes, if you just imagine what that place is like, then you're probably right. It's exactly like that. And I kind of feel like traveling in America in particular, it gets real different real fast. I'm kind of in this bubble because I live in New York City. And I'm surrounded by all types of different motherfuckers all the time, especially in my line of work. But when you go inland, or you go up or down, or you leave a big city, it gets real fucking different real fast. And do you want to be around that kind of different? I don't know. It's up to you, right? Maybe you're doing some kind of social experiment or something. I don't fucking know. Police officer, number 7. People still want to do it. Doctor, number 6. Doctor, lawyer. Sommelier, food taster, number 5. See, now that seems reasonable. You get older, you start getting access to more food, shit that's like interesting and delicious, and you just really get into learning about the culture, where the food comes from and shit. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Back in the day, when I was a barfly, all my money went to cigarettes, alcohol / drugs, right? Now, all my money gets spent on food. And I would not have it any other way. I fucking love to eat. So, yeah, a food taster would be awesome. Or a sommelier, which is a person who likes to drink wine but knows how to do it without being an asshole about it. Because I tell you what, if you're drinking fucking 2 and 3 bottles of wine at a time like I used to, you don't really like wine that much. You just like being drunk. Yeah, just be honest. 4, entrepreneur, inventor, CEO. Inventor. How many things have you thought of that would be really convenient to have that don't exist? Why don't you fucking give somebody a call, go on Shark Tank, and do something about it? Because you could change your life and never have to work for someone ever again. And you're an entrepreneur at this point, who will become the CEO of their own company. I don't know. Just something to think about. Stick that in your back pocket, asshole. Let's see. Number 3, pro athlete, of course. Pro athlete be cool. It's glorious, right? Seems awesome. You look at these people, and you're just like, man, if I had these abilities. Actor, model, musician. Okay, actor, cool. Model, I guess. Musician is fucking dope. Playing instruments is cool. Being a singer. Can you imagine having the voice? Your voice is your instrument. You don't even need a fucking trumpet or a piano or a goddamn guitar or a kazoo or whatever you play. You could just start singing and everybody's like, holy shit. Who is that angelic voice? Right? And they turn around and it's you sitting there with stains on your shirt from who knows where. And writer, author, critic, you know. See, we live in a day and age where everybody can write. You can pick up your own blog. You can write. You can be an author. You know, it's a dream job. But you could. This is what I actually am going to get to now, and I didn't know I was going to get to this until I started talking. You can work your dream job while you have other ways of making income to, you know, pay for you to survive, right? If you're a writer and you got like a small writing gig and it doesn't pay you enough to pay your bills, but it pays you a little something, or if it's just something you want to do, you know, I do this podcast every week, and motherfuckers either listen to it or they don't. But I tell you what, I do it all the time, and I'm at a point where like I do it for me. I don't necessarily need everybody, like whoever's my following, yo, and shout out to all of you guys. I know I make jokes about this shit all the time, but yo, motherfuckers do listen to it. It's not in the millions, you know, it's not even in the thousands. It's barely in the hundreds. But it's just cool because I do this for me, and I appreciate you all tuning in. If you're a writer, write, create a blog, create a newsletter. You know, we have these platforms where you can exercise that muscle. You can express yourself and go, and that's cool. You know, being a critic is one of the dream jobs on the list. And it's like, everybody's a fucking critic, right? Some people just get paid to do it. And other people, everybody else just does it for free. So I think it's a matter of perspective. It's a glass half full thing, right? A glass half empty, depending on what type of person you are. You can, like what I said in the beginning about life being long. Life is long enough for you to have had multiple careers. You know, I worked in fashion for a little over 10 years. And then worked in fitness for a few years now. And that's where I found myself. And you'll find yourself in different places. You know, I'm in my early 30s, and I feel like I got so much more energy, and I got a good people in my corner. So you can put yourself where you need to be, and you have time to do it. And if you aren't there right now, don't fucking stress about it. And if you're that stressed about it, then start being a little more proactive. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do, you know? But hey, I'm here for you, you know? I got your back. Hit your boy up. Corey has a podcast at gmail.com. If you got something to say. I actually haven't looked at that email in a while because you motherfuckers just don't, you know, you got nothing for me. So it's all good, you know? One of these days, I'm going to open up that email inbox and it's going to be fucking flooded. And people are going to be like, Corey, I just don't know what to do. I just moved to a new city. I don't have any friends. I'm thinking about becoming religious. So at least I feel like I could go to church or some shit, become friends with some fucking people. Maybe I'll join a gym. Maybe I'll go to a pottery class. Pottery class always comes up in my head. Maybe I'll join a bowling league. Maybe I'll play volleyball on the fucking beach or something. Do some shit. Human interaction is important and it's nice. It's good for the soul. You learn stuff from other motherfuckers, right? Be around people. I saw this beautiful thing earlier that said something about us being so obsessed with canceling people. This has nothing to do with what we were just talking about, I guess, but I'm just thinking about it now, and it was like, there's too much cancellation and there's not enough education, you know, and I love that. Like, we're not giving people the opportunity to grow. We're just kind of punishing them and excommunicating them, and that's bullshit too, right? You can't be doing that shit. So we spend time around other people that have different opinions, different values, different likes, and it kind of like helps you to gain perspective. And gaining perspective is dope, and it's the only way to grow. So, hey, you still have time to go out and find your dream job. You still have time to find interests that you maybe don't even know you like yet. But don't stress yourself out. That's my new shit. I'm not stressed out. I'm trying to make my life as simple and stress-free as possible. Stress makes you old. Stress makes you old, makes you fat, makes you sick. It's if you could avoid it, then you probably should. Stress management is a thing. So yeah, everyone, I'm going to get the fuck out of here because this has been the time that I'm just going to give myself and, do something good for you. Okay. Or do something good for another person, but do good. For fuck's sake, do good. All right. If you've been shopping a lot lately, money is fake. If you haven't treated yourself to something nice, treat yourself. If you want to eat some good food, go eat some good food. You get what I'm getting at, right? Do something nice. Take care of yourself. Take care of the people you love. And I'll talk to you fucking people very soon. Later.